Hey, me again. So today I'm going to be doing a video on do's and don'ts with your makeup. So I'm going to basically do one side do's, one side don'ts. I'm going to actually start with my face today. I know I usually do my eyes first and brows, but I'm going to do it the opposite way today. So if you're interested in seeing how I do it, stay tuned. First step, I'm going to go in and prep my skin. I think it is so important to prep your skin to give you that flawless finish. I'm going to go in with Peach Primer. It's personally my favourite. It does have a built-in illuminator and helps give a bit of colour to the skin. And then on the other side, I'm going to go in with the mattifying primer, so on the don't side, just because I am a little bit more normal to combination. So I'm just building up my Peach Primer with my 4SS brush. So I just like going in with a smaller brush just to build this onto the skin. So I make sure to get in around my nose and the ears. So with the same brush, I'm going to go in with the mattifying primer. The mattifying primer I brought over to Ibiza because it's really, really hot and obviously I was going to look sweating. I did use this and I felt like it did really hold on my makeup, but obviously I am not in Ibiza, I am in Dublin, so I don't think it's going to work the same. So for foundation, I'm going to go in with 16 All Covered on my do side. So this is the foundation I normally wear. It is full coverage without feeling like it's too heavy on the skin, and it's water resistant. And it has some really nice ingredients in it, like saffron extract, which is really nourishing on the skin. I always match my foundation to my neck, and if I want to go a little bit darker, I always just save that for bronzer because that will warm up my face. On my down side, I'm using 83 HD foundation, which is a really nice full coverage foundation, but it just dries a little bit more matte than the all covered, so I like a little bit more dewy, fresh skin. It's just personal preference, but yeah, it's a little bit too dark for me. If you are dry, I'd go for more the all covered and the AMC foundation because they have built-in illuminating particles, so they will basically give you a little bit more of a fresher complexion. And then if you are a little bit more oily, I'd go for the likes of the HD and the YSM, so they are a little bit more mattifying. They do contain silica, so they will mattify your skin. Next is concealer. So I'm going to go in with all covered concealer. It's full coverage. I have freckles that I like to cover up, so 13 concealer underneath the do side, so that's just a little bit lighter than my foundation, and 11 on the don't side, which is really, really light. I just like it to kind of more blend in with my foundation rather than it be really white. So applying it on my lid will act as a base for my eyeshadows to help them last longer and come out a little bit more pigmented as well. So next I'm going to go in with the light concealer. Wow! Whoa, it's just making my job a little bit harder having to blend it loads. I'm actually going to go in with the powder all over my face. Only difference is I'm going to use an under eye powder for my do side. I just like to use one to brighten up the area as well, and they're a little bit more finely milled, so they're not as heavy as a face powder. I'm gonna apply 503 underneath my eye, so it's just going to set it. Next is contour, which is my favourite part because I have a chubby face. So I like to give my skin a little bit more dimension and warm it up as well. So with contouring, I actually go in with a more cool tone shade just to give that shadow of where my cheekbone is. And then I go in with my bronzer that is a bit more warm tone. I'm going to go in and start to bronze that up, so it will help blend that shadow. I've gone in with a darker bronzer than I usually wear on this side. It's probably going to come out mucky. But yeah, I'm going to angle it downwards as well. So I usually angle mine here, but I'm going to angle it a little bit more down this way. I usually avoid that because it will give me the appearance of a more wider face. So next I'm going to go in with a little bit of blush. I used to avoid wearing blush because I used to think, oh, I have rosy cheeks, why would I add more? But I do find once you put your foundation and all on, you just want to give a little bit more colour to the face. So I'm just going to apply some to the apples of my cheek and work it back. I tend to add more rather than just whacking loads on. So I'm just going to pile it on this side. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of highlighter now. So for my do side, I kind of, again, less is more. Starting back here and just brushing whatever is left on my brush, just on top of where I bronzed. I'm not going to bring it around here because that will look like I'm sweating, and that's not a cute look. So on this side, I'm going to apply a lot more. I used to apply loads of highlighter because I wanted to be seen from space. Why you want to avoid putting too much highlighter on as well is because it can just make your skin look really textured and you can really see the pores. Next, I'm actually going to go in and do my brows. So I use 12 brow gel, which is a little bit more cool ashy tone, just to match my hair colour because it is a little bit more cool tone than warm. And on the down side, I'm going to use a warm brown, number 16. I'm going to do a little bit more of a boxed off brow on that one, just to show you the difference if you just kind of leave it a little bit softer at the front compared to a little bit more boxed off. So I always go right underneath the brow, and I'm going to bring that into a fine point. And then whatever's left on my brush, I'm going to start to just fluff in the front. I think it's just a little bit more natural. Now I'm going to go in with my warm brown, number 16, and I'm just going to do a little bit more boxed off brow. So this is my normal brow, and then this is the brow that I don't go for. I just don't like the look of a box kind of shape at the front, but again, it's personal preference. I just don't like it on myself. So I'm going to go ahead and do the full eye on this side and then the full eye on that side. So first of all, I'm going to go in with 285 shadow, which is just a soft brown. I use this as my transition shade for most colours. I'm going to pop this on my 6SS and I'm going to blend it into the crease. I'm just going to bring that same shade underneath my eye and making sure to connect it at the outer corner. I like to really blow out my shadows, so I'd be there for about 10 years. So next I'm going to go in with the shade Cafe Au Lait, and I'm going to place that on the outer corner and blend it into the crease as well, but not bringing it as high up as my last shade. I tend to just keep the matte shades into my crease, because if you use something with a shimmer, it's a light reflective, so you're kind of defeating the purpose of shadows out here and then something light on the lid. I'm going to place some of that same highlighter I used on my cheek on my inner corner as a highlight, so it'll just really give my eyes that open appearance. I'm actually going to find it hard not to blend it. Ugh. Did anyone else go through that stage where they just wore liner on the bottom and not even smoke it out? I'm going to go ahead and do some winged eyeliner, because why not? So I like my liner a little bit more elongated and a little bit more straight rather than up. I just think it suits my eye shape more. So that's the different types of liner. It's actually not too bad. I just really like mine a little bit more pointed and straight. So before moving on to lips, I'm going to go in and show you the importance of cutting your lashes. So I'm going to cut the pair that I put on this eye and then not cut them on this side. I'm going to place it in the center first, and then I do my corners. That's it, cut to my eye shape, so it's not too in on the inner corner where it will irritate me. I'll just want to rip them off. Like, see, it's already going up here. I just like the effect of having it a little bit more open on my eye, a little bit more full towards the edge. This, you can just see that it's a little bit more here on my inner corner. I know it will just irritate me every time I blink. So this is it so far. So I'm going to line my lips as I normally would on this side. Now, don't get me wrong, I overline anyways, but I'm going to overdraw them a bit too much on this side because it's so easy to just do it too much. So I'm just going to kind of follow my natural lip line. Nothing natural about my lips, so on this side I'm actually not even going to take my normal lip line as a guide. I'm just literally going to go over it. I'm going to go in with a lipstick. I'm going in with a matte one. I'm just going to pop a little bit of gloss on this side because I tend to wear a lot of gloss. It is nice to just pop over even a matte lipstick like this. It's still going to be underneath it when your gloss wears off anyway. I used to always wear matte lipsticks and I was wondering why my lips were so dry. So gloss will nourish them a little bit more. So that is the finished look. I didn't want it to be too dramatic, so a big drastic kind of look on this side to this one. I kind of wanted to show you just simple steps that you could change just to improve your own makeup. I personally like this side, you could like this side. Again, it's just personal preference. Don't forget to subscribe to Inglot's YouTube channel and give this a little like down below. I do have loads of videos on Inglot's channel, so give them a watch. But until next time, bye!